Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be learning how to cut a double-breasted blazer with a shawl collar. So if it's something you would love to learn, please keep on watching. Like, share, subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Please do well to also leave a comment. Your comment means a lot to me. It encourages me to do more. So do well to comment and most importantly turn on the notification bell if you have not done that, so that you can be notified anytime I drop new videos, so you don't miss out on anything on this channel. And if this is your first time of coming across my video, do well to subscribe as well. So without further ado, let's jump right into the main video. So we're going to take the necessary measurements you'll be needing for this tutorial. From the top of the paper, which is my shoulder line, I'm going to come down to mark my bust point, which is 10. So I'll repeat the same thing here to get a straight line. I'll go ahead and extend the point across. From the top of the paper, I'm going to come down to mark my under bust point. From my shoulder to my under bust is 13. I'm going to mark the 13 here. Then I'll extend the point across as well. Then from my shoulder to my waist point is 16. I'll come down to mark my waist point, which is 16. I'm going to repeat the same thing to get a straight line. And I'll go ahead and extend the point across as well. Then for the length of this blazer, I'm going to use 24 because we don't have much space on the pattern paper. When I'm cutting on my fabric, I will add more inches to it, so it depends on what you want. You can actually make this as a gown or a top, so it depends on what you want at this point. For this tutorial, I'm using 24 inches for the full length, and I'm going to extend that line across as well. So this is our full length, our waistline, our under bust, our bust point. Then on the waistline, I'm going to mark half an inch here. This is to give us that nice shape around the waist. I forgot to mention earlier, this pattern paper is for the back. This is the back pattern. So I will extend it slightly up and down like so. So we are going to cut out this area here, so we don't need this space. Then we'll go ahead and impute our measurements. On the top of the paper, I'm going to impute my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 7.5. At that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Then I will mark my neck width of 3 inches. Then I'll connect my shoulder slope into the neck width like so. For the neck depth, I'm just going to use 1 inch because this is the back pattern, and I'm going to connect from the neck width into the line we just marked. Then the next thing is to get our arm length. And how to get your arm length: divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches to it. I got 7. Then I'm going to connect the 2 points together, but before we do that, I make sure I have what I have on the shoulder line at this point here to get a straight line. Then I'm going to connect from the shoulder slope all the way to this point we just marked. I'll go ahead and extend it across as well. So this is now our chest line. The next thing, I'm going to get the midpoint of this line here, and then I will mark my bust circumference by 4 on the chest line. So I'm going to use my curve rule to connect the 2 points together to get our armhole. Now we have our armhole. So the next thing is to get our dart, and to do that, I'm going to divide my bust span, that's my nipple to nipple measurement, by 2, and I got 3.5. And I'm going to mark the 3.5 on all the lines on the bust line, under bust line, waistline, and on the full length. And I'm going to connect the point with a straight line like so. Then on the waistline, I'm going to mark half an inch on both sides of this line. I'll mark half an inch on both sides. Then I'll come down from the waistline by 5 inches. Then this will be the length of our dart. I'll connect from the waistline to that point. Then I'll connect it all the way to the bust line like so. So we now have our dart. Then to get our shoulder dart, I'm going to divide my shoulder slant into 2 to get the midpoint. So divide your shoulder slant into 2 to get the midpoint. Then you connect from the bust line all the way to that point you marked on the shoulder slant like so. So I'll go ahead and impute our round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance. Come to the under bust, divide my under bust by 4. I'll mark it, then add 1 inch for sewing allowance. I'll do the same to the waistline. My waist divided by 4. I'll mark it on the waistline. Then the 1 inch for our dart intake, I'll replace it, then add 1 inch for sewing allowance. On the full length, I'll divide my hip by 4, then add ½ inch allowance because I want it a little bit free around the hip, then add 1 inch for sewing allowance. I'll go ahead and connect all these points together with my rule. So this is basically it for the back. If you are familiar with your basic bodies, this will not be hard for you. So this is it for the back. I'll go ahead and cut it out so we can work on the front pattern. So if you have watched to this point and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do well to hit on the subscribe button. Subscription is totally free. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I drop new video, and like and share, very important. And I need your comment as well. Encourage me with your words. Your comment means a lot to me. It will help the algorithm to push this video to more people. So do well to leave a comment after you watch. And anything you don't understand in this video, please do well to leave it in the comment section. I promise to respond to all your comments. So this is the center back and then the side back. We are going to keep this aside so we can work on the front pattern. So for the front pattern, you are going to need a wider pattern paper. From the top of the paper, come down by 5 inches. Come down by 5 inches from the top of the paper like I'm doing. Then I'll go ahead and rule the points across. Then from the side, we are going to go in by 4 inches. On the side, go in by 4 inches all the way down. I'll go ahead and rule all these points with a straight line. So this is where we are going to be taking our measurement from, after the line, not before the line, please. So from this line, I'm going to come down to mark my bust point. We are literally going to repeat what we did on the back pattern. Come down and mark your bust point. Take all your vertical measurement from that line all the way down. Mark your bust point. I'll go ahead and extend the line across, still leaving my tape on that line. I'll come down to mark my under bust, which is 13. Like I said, we are literally repeating what we did on the back pattern. I'll go ahead and extend the line across as well, still leaving my tape on that line. I'll come down to mark my waist point, which is 16. I'll just mark it all the way to get a straight line. Now extend the point across. Then I'll come down also to mark the full length, which is 24. I'll go ahead and extend the line, the point across. So this is our full length, our waistline, under bust line, and bust point. So this is our shoulder line. So I'll go ahead, divide my shoulder by 2, mark it on the shoulder line. Then at that point, I'll come down by 1 inch for our shoulder slant. I'll come here to mark my neck width of 3 inches. Then I'll go ahead and connect the shoulder slant into that point. Then I'll come down to mark my arm length. Then I'll make sure I have what I have on the shoulder line here to have a straight line. Then I'll go ahead and connect from the shoulder slant all the way to that point, and then I'll extend it across as well. So this now become our chest line. So I'll come here to mark the midpoint of this line. Then at that point, I'll go in by ½ an inch, divide my bust circumference on the chest line. then I'll connect all the way to the shoulder slant. So we are basically repeating what we did on the back pattern, like I said. So the next thing is to get our dart, and to get our dart, you divide your bust span by 2. That is your nipple to nipple measurement. Mine is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So I'll mark the 3.5 on all the lines. Then I'll go ahead and connect all the points with a straight line. Then on the waistline, I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this line. Then I'll come down from the waistline by 5 inches. Then I'm going to connect from that 1/2 inch to this point here. Then I'll connect all the way to the bust line as well. Then to get the shoulder dart, you are going to divide your shoulder slant into 2 to get the midpoint, just the way we did on the back pattern. Then you connect all the way to the shoulder, like so. The next thing is to impute our round body measurements. So we've already marked our bust measurement. To add 1 inch for sewing allowance, come to the under bust, divide your under bust by 4, add 1 inch. To the waistline, divide your waist by 4. Then the dart intake, replace it, then add 1 inch for sewing allowance. You come to the hip, divide your hip by 4, then add 1/2 inch for ease, then 1 inch for sewing allowance. Then I'll go ahead and connect all these points together. So we are done with this part here. So we'll come here. Then our breaking point is going to be on the under bust line. So this is where our button is going to start from. Your breaking point can either be on the bust line, under bust, or waistline. But for this tutorial, it's going to be on the under bust line. So I'm going to connect from the neck width all the way to that point here, like so. So I'm going to bring in our back pattern, and I'm going to measure my neck. I'll measure around my neck, whatever I have there. I'm going to use it for our collar. I got about 338. So I'm going to bring the 338 here and mark it upward slantly. You can see how I placed my tape, and I'm going to connect it into the neck like so. Then I'm going to mark 0.25 here. This is to allow our collar relax very well, and then I'll connect it back into the line. The next thing is to get the width of our collar. So it depends on what you want. You can use 3 inches, 3.5, or 4 inches, but I'm going to use 4 inches for the width of my collar. So I mark 4 inches and I'll connect to that point like so. Then I'm going to connect the collar all the way to our breaking point. You can either use a straight rule or your curve rule, any one you want. It's totally fine. So I'll just connect all the way to the breaking point. So the first line I drew was not actually nice, so I had to adjust it. So I'll just cancel this first line. We don't need it. I'll just blend it into the breaking point like so. You can see our front pattern is ready. So this is where our buttons will be. You can see like so. So this is basically it for the front pattern. It's a very simple tutorial, and it's very easy to sew also. So I'll go ahead and cut the pattern paper out now. Please pay attention to how I'm cutting, so you don't make mistake when you are cutting yours. See how I'm carefully cutting it out. Please make sure to pay attention to how and where I'm cutting from, so you don't cut anyhow. So this is it. This is the center front and then side front. Make sure to label them appropriately so you don't mix them up. So we have both the back pattern and the front pattern ready. So this is it. We've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you for staying tuned. See you in my next video.